Hello my turtlings and welcome back. This is part 3 of the PC upgrade. We're going to be building the whole entire computer and then running it to see if it works. But I'm not going to show the running bit, I'm just going to build it, but everything did work after it, so let's begin on the PC. First of all, we're going to be putting everything that we need on the motherboard. So we're going to be putting the Intel processor, we're going to be putting the RAM in. So just the little necessities that you don't want to do once it's in the case, because you might not have enough room. Okay, to get started, we are going to put the processor in the thing. First of all, you want to press on the clip, put it up, and then push that back plate down. You want to find the triangle. Mine was on the black bit, so you see that triangle on the bottom right corner. You wiggle it in, and you push down the arm quite tightly, click it in, and that thing, and put it back where it was, and that thing should just pop off nicely. After that, you just want to put the RAM in. I'm going to put my RAM in the 2 grey slots because it's easier. You want to press back on those 2 arm clips on both of the grey slots, and then slot them both in by pressing on one side and pressing on the other. After that, you have finished the motherboard bit for now. So what you want to do is you want to assemble the PC case. So to get started, I'm going to be putting the power supply in first, screwing it in, so then I know that it's in and it's easy and it's out of the way for all the rest of the steps. After I have installed the power supply, I'm going to route the cables to their right location where they need to be placed for the so when I place in the motherboard. Now before we put in the motherboard, there's just some things I want to do before it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the front of the PC case and I'm going to start to install the DVD drive, my drawer, and my hotspot bay. Now I'm going to install the hotspot bay, and then the drawer, and then the DVD drive. Once that was done, I'm going to put back on the front plate to make everything look neat. After that, we screwed it in to make it a bit more durable for when I need to move it around. The next step, to make it a little bit easier without the motherboard in, you can do this otherwise, you can do it without it installed, is now we're going to install the hard drives and the SSD. You can always look at the manual if you want to find out information, like if you want to find out what screws to use. It's very helpful. The very basic, it's got like a nice sheet and that will just tell you everything you need to know. As you saw there, the hard drive was really simple. I just used the tallest mount. I don't really mind if it was flopping around a bit. It was quite sturdy once it's in. But to install the SSD, I was going to use screws because it's just a lot easier. So what you do is you just make sure you line it up correctly with the slots for the SSD at the back of it, so it's a lot easier to cable management. And then you screw in all the screws in 4 places to make it all screw in. And you can look at the manual to check out what screws to use. Now we need to get ready to put the motherboard in. We can't just bung it in now and then screw it in. We're going to have to put the I/O shield. It's a little shield at the back to stop you seeing things through it. It's just, you just put it in. It's a lot easier. So we have to install that before we can put the motherboard in. Now it's finally life or death. We now have to put the motherboard in. So simply grab it from either side, slowly lower it in, line up all the ports on it, and then slot it in. And then let go. As soon as you've done that, you can start to screw in all the little screws around it. There's like several in there, like 7 or 6, whatever. The screws do come with the manual. You can check them out there. You don't need to put the standoffs in. It doesn't come with standoffs because they're already pre-included in the case. So that's another simple step that you just don't have to worry about with this particular case. If a case does not have it, then you're going to have to install them yourself. After the motherboard is installed, we need to plug in the power for the motherboard and then another cable around the side. After we plug in all the power, we need to plug in USB 3 because it's just easier to get it done now than not done at the end of it. Now we are going to cable manage the front panel connectors and all, and plug them all in and onto the bottom of the motherboard. Once that is done, I am going to install the CPU liquid cooler. What I have done is I have removed these little squishy pad things on the top, so when you're gonna put a fan into, because I can't fit the screws straight through with them onto the top. Okay, I haven't videoed me installing the radiator for one reason, because I did not have 7 hands. I had to have help by someone to even install it, because I wasn't installing it the way they made us, that they say it on the instructions, because the way that they said was to put the fans inside the case to bring warm air from in the case through the fans for best performance. So I haven't done that. I put the fan so then outside air goes through the radiator, and then it goes onto my CPU. So if you guys want to watch a video on this, I'll leave a link in the description and also an annotation on the screen now, but there's a link in the description for a video how to install this radiator. Okay, now the next step is that we have got to install the 2 Noctua fans on the side panel. So I need to put the dust plate, I need to put the dust-proof vent and the fan, and then screw them all in so then they are nice and secure. After we've done that, we're going to put the side panel to the side, and we are going to start to plug in all the SATA power. So we're going to have to plug in SATA power to the SSD and the hard drive, and to the hotspot bay and the DVD drive, and we're gonna have to plug in some SATA 6 gigabit cords to 4 of them to the both hard drive and SSD and hotspot bay and DVD drive to make them work. After we plugged all them in, we're going to install a one of the Noctua fans at the bottom of the case for outtake. And also what I didn't mention is when we installed the fans on the side panel, they're intake, so they're blowing air on my system. They're not outtake, by the way. And I've also got to install one at the back of the case for outtake as well, so I can have even pressure, so I can have 2 of the side panel fans blowing air in, 2 at the front blowing air in, 2 on the radiator blowing air in, and then I got an out at the back and an out at the bottom. Now, to be able to put the graphics card and my internet thing, I've got to remove the top 3 slots at the back. All you gotta do is just unscrew them and then pull them out, and then install your graphics card and stuff like that. After we unscrew them, we're going to place the Wi-Fi thing by slotting it in, and we're going to put the graphics card in as well and plug it in. After that, it was literally just up to me to cable manage everything. I didn't video it because it took me quite a while to cable manage everything, zip tie everything up, and I didn't zip tie anything. I used this stuff that you used to wrap cables in, really bend whatever stuff. It's easy. So that took me quite a while to do. I had to work around the radiator, had to make something so in the back panel I can take off if I need it to get taken off, make everything look half decent inside. So yeah, so I hope you guys like the video. On the screen now will be some like glam shots of it at the end, sit on my desk or whatever. So I hope you guys like the series of this. I enjoyed making this. So if you guys want me to do more like this, I'm probably not going to be able to do more, but I may be doing something. I don't know, but I may be. So if you guys like the video, please tell me all your likes, and go like all the rest of them if you liked it. So hope you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.